Hey everybody, Massachusetts Prepper here. Today we got a beautiful day. It's going to be around 91 degrees. Humidity starting to pick up a little bit, but I'm doing something a little bit different today. Bobby over at Yankee 4, a friend of mine here on YouTube, was tagged in a 5 garden question tag. He tagged me and asked me if I would address this tag. So of course, by the sheer description of the tag, you know it's all about our gardens and what we grow. There's really only 4 garden questions and 1 question that kind of asks you something about YouTube. So I'll be addressing that today. Question number 1 is, why do you garden? Well, I garden because really, I think there's nothing better than being able to come out here in your garden, grab something that's ripe and edible, and enjoying it right out of your garden. A nice warm strawberry, absolutely delicious. And we can come out here and just grab them by the handfuls. That one's kind of rotten, it's gone by, but we can grab them by the handfuls and have some wonderful tasting fruits right out of our garden. The next question is, how long have you been gardening? I started gardening at a relatively early age. I was 10 years old when my mom and I was living with my grandmother. My grandmother had 2 large gardens, one on each side of the house, and every year she would get the soil prepared, get it all tilled up, and start planting, and I would go out and help her. It was a lot of fun as a young child, and watching the stuff grow was just fascinating, that you could put a seed in the ground and then something would grow and you could eat it. It fascinated me at an early age, and I continued to have gardens throughout my life. And it wasn't until I moved to this property that I never had gardens because I really didn't have enough room. And then I realized that with raised beds, I could grow a lot of food in a very small space in an urban environment. And that's when we started growing with the raised beds. The next question is, what do we grow? We have everything from asparagus to acorn squash down there in that small 4x4 bed, to potatoes, corn, radishes, flowers of course, tomatoes, our strawberry bed, which I'm sure you've seen quite a bit of this summer, bell peppers, we have watermelons coming up, cucumbers, spaghetti squash, zucchini squash, and pumpkins. We have carrots, turnips, green beans, cherry tomatoes, and some onions, as well as some banana peppers. And this is just a few of the things that we're trying to grow. And the last question in the vegetable part of this tag is, what is your favorite vegetable to grow? Well, I'm telling you, it's a toss-up with me between the strawberries and the tomatoes. But when you see the tomatoes and they're putting on fruit and they're just everywhere in nice big bunches, you know, it just brings a smile to your face and some gladness in your heart that you have all this beautiful fruit coming on the vines, and you'll soon be partaking of that and enjoying it for, you know, quite some time. Tomatoes, they grow really fast, and it's just a pleasure to grow them. Plus you get to see all the different insects that are also able to, you know, partake of the flowers and survive. A lot of small bees and the honey bees love the flowers as well. But it's just, it's a really nice crop to grow, and I truly enjoy growing the tomatoes. Okay everybody, so there you have it. There's 4 of the questions on the 5 question garden tag that I'm doing for Yankee 4. There is one more question, and like I said, that one really didn't have to do anything with gardening or anything about it. but it's why do you YouTube? For me, YouTube started off as strictly a joke. One day, Mrs. MP and I were sitting around and I said, you know, a lot of people put out videos and content on YouTube. Maybe I should try to start a YouTube channel. And then we both laughed at the thought of it. A few days later, I started putting up a couple of videos. Started off really slow at first, not much traction at all. But then all of a sudden something happened and I started getting a few more subscribers other than just family members. At that point I had 6 subscribers and started getting people who were not family. I thought, guess there is an audience for anybody out there. So I started putting up a lot of dehydrating videos and found it fun. But what I found more than that was the fact that I really enjoyed connecting with the audience. As new people started commenting on my videos, making that connection and, you know, interacting with these people was actually more exciting than it was to actually put up the video. Then as I started editing, I realized I really like editing my videos. I like making something from nothing but some clips that you splice together. And that was pretty much how I got into YouTube and why I started it. Now it's a medium to learn and to share information, and still that connection is there, but it's all about the people, the interaction and sharing knowledge and just sharing information. It makes it fun. Now it's time for me to tag 2 channels. One of the channels I'm going to tag is Micro Homesteaders. They have 189 subscribers and 50 videos up. They do some raised bed gardening that they're just getting into, and they're a brand new channel to me. I just found them, but it looks like they got some good content. So I'm going to tag them and let them answer these same 5 questions, and the questions will be down in the show more box below, so you can find the questions down there. Now, if they don't want to, you know, accept this tag, that's fine. But if they do, that's great too. So Micro Homesteaders, you've been tagged in the 5 garden question tag. Can you guess who the second channel is that's going to be tagged? We have all these potatoes here. So I'm going to tag Papa Texas because he started the potato in a bucket challenge. Mine aren't in a bucket, they're in a raised bed. Again, if you choose not to accept, that's fine, but you have been tagged. So there you have it, guys. The 5 garden questions and the tag that goes along with it. Will you survive whatever comes your way? I sure hope so. This is the Massachusetts Prepper saying, take care all. Good Lord, is it hot out here today. Whew.